Hello plant people, it is Nora the Leca Queen. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Today I am going to be showing you my rare Syngonium plant haul. I have been a little bit busy. I've spent a little bit of money because I wanted to beef up my rare Syngonium collection, and I do have some gorgeous beauties to show you. So you want to stick around right to the end and I will show you some absolutely rare gorgeous beauties. But before I do that, I would just like to highlight these gorgeous babies that I'm wearing today. These earrings are new. I got them from a lovely lady called Samantha, and I'm telling you, these are the best plant earrings I've got. They are just divine and they're so light it feels like I'm wearing nothing. I highly recommend these, and if you'd like to grab yourself a pair, I've got the link in the description down below. And no, this is not sponsored. I paid for these with my hard-earned money and I love them. Anyway, let us get back to the plants. And before I go any further, I should mention that all these plants that I'm going to show you, but one, are actually going through the long method of soil to leca transition. So I got these plants sent to me in moist sphagnum moss, and I put them straight into my special sauce to undergo the long method. And if you're not sure what I mean when I say the long method, just click on the link above and that'll take you straight to a video where I explain the best way of moving your very precious plants from soil or any other medium to leca. So let's get straight to the plants, shall we? I have got right up first is my Syngonium Grey Ghost. That is a grey ghost with its lovely pale grey leaves, and that's just, it really looks like a ghost. So this one's living in my propagation pot, and that's the root system there. That seems happy. The plant seems happy. This one over here is one of the older leaves that it came with. That was pretty much on its way out when it came, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm happy that the other leaf is doing okay, so I'm pretty confident that this plant will be fine. Grey Ghost is quite pricey, so I was really fortunate to get it for the price that I got it at. So I'm happy with my Grey Ghost. Let's go to the next plant. This one is not so rare, but you know, I needed a new one because the one I've got in my collection, I don't really like how it's going. So I thought, right, you know, I'm just going to get myself a new one. So this one is a Syngonium Confetti, and it's got these lovely pink splashes on that pale leaf, and it looks gorgeous. So it's a pretty decent sized plant, and again, living in my propagation bottle, and that's the root system there. That's doing okay, and Syngonium Confetti living her best life. I am going to show you now a Syngonium Panda. I've got a Syngonium Panda over here. I love the panda. It looks a little bit like what a green starry sky would look like. So look at that. It just looks like a fabulous constellation. So you've got these splashes here. You've got some larger areas of green. It's just a gorgeous plant. And if you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to press the like button. I think there are about 3 or 4 plants in this one actually, so seller was very generous. I was really lucky with this panda. But what's really fantastic about this plant is I've actually got a panda that I already own. This one is my panda. See how lovely it looks? That's my new panda. That's my old panda. I got this new panda because my old panda is it was just so sparse. It's just you know, one plant, and it's really quite tiny, living in leca, loving life. But because it's so small, I didn't want to chop it up and propagate to make it bushy, because it's going to take me forever, because by the time the cuttings root, by the time I put it back in the pot, it'll be, you know, next year for all I know. So I decided that I was going to get myself a new one, and then when this one is ready to go into leca, I'll put it on, and it will be one lovely gorgeous Syngonium Panda pot. So that is my Syngonium Panda. My other plant here is my Orm Nak. Orm Nak. I really love this plant because it's got this like deep pink, green, can't quite decide what it's doing color, and I really like the way it looks. Not very easy to find as well, so I was really fortunate. And roots are doing really well, so that's living in that propagation jar and just waiting to be moved into leca. But that is a Syngonium Orm Nak. That is my Orm Nak, looking absolutely gorgeous. Now, who should we do next? Strawberry Ice. This is my little Strawberry Ice. Now, this is one rare little Syngonium. I'm really happy I found it. So this one has got these. Check out that little almost red leaf there, and it tends to have this little variegation going on. So this is still a young plant. It will look a lot different when it grows. Root system is absolutely excellent, and just, you know, it's actually got a leaf coming, a new leaf coming through there. There, that's a new leaf coming through. So this plant is doing really well. I don't anticipate it will give me any problems moving into leca. I do know though that Syngoniums are very happy living in leca. So putting them through the long method is just an insurance policy, because these are pretty rare and they did cost me a pretty penny. I want to make sure that they survive. Now, my next plant, which is second last, is this gorgeous baby. This is a Syngonium Aurea. These are yellow variegations there. So I've got two plants in there. One is a teeny tiny one. That one, it's so small, but look at that variegation. It's absolutely stunning. That's the root system there. It's really doing well. And that goes back in there. And this is another Aurea. That variegation on that leaf is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. That yellow is really gonna pop. So this plant actually has a new leaf coming through right there. And that's its root system there. Doing really well. So I'm so happy with how these Syngoniums are going, and I think they will do absolutely fabulously. So last but not least is a Syngonium that I've actually just unboxed. This is, I mean, I didn't even know about the existence of this plant until a few weeks ago. I saw it and I had to have it, and it just popped up on Instagram, and before I could even think about it, I just wrote sold. But this is Syngonium Steyermarkii. It is absolutely stunning. And this is a fantastically sized specimen for a plant that's being sold actually. Normally people would chop it up and sell you like a leaf or something. But look at this one. Look at how these leaves have got this texture to them. It's got this lovely texture, and it's got this unique shaped leaf, you know, not necessarily like what most Syngoniums look like. So it's almost looking like an alocasia or something. It looks absolutely stunning. And as the leaves get bigger, that shape on the edges of the leaves actually becomes more distinct, and those leaves get bigger and bigger. This will make such a lovely feature plant. I can just imagine it living in a lovely white self-watering pot in leca and just doing its thing. So that is my Syngonium. It is absolutely stunning. These are all my Syngoniums. I've just had a lovely haul, and when they're ready, I'm gonna pot them up in leca, and the ones that are ready to go on a moss pole, I'll put them up on a moss pole and let them do their thing. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.